Hey guys, Buzz here with VaporizerWizard.com, and today I will be reviewing the Firefly 2 Vaporizer by Firefly Vapor. Now the Firefly 2 is a great improvement over the original Firefly, which was released back in late 2014. The Firefly 1 was one of my favorite vaporizers when it came out, with its great flavor and near on-demand convection heating. But the battery life was shorter than average, the stainless steel design weighed over 250 grams, and the original Firefly required a few practice sessions under your belt to get the best results. I'm very happy to report that Firefly Vapor has addressed all of those issues with the new Firefly 2. It's 33% smaller, 55% lighter, and provides much better battery life. Now I've been averaging between 5 to 6 bowls on a full charge, and the heater is much more responsive due to the new design of the unit. Now I'm able to get much quicker hits without the need for preheats, and the Firefly 2 has become my favorite dry herb vaporizer to use with concentrates. Now the Firefly 2 has improved from all angles, but the changes that stand out the most to me are the improved overall ease of use and the battery life increase. Now it's very easy to get smooth, tasty vapor now, and the new Firefly app lets you easily fine-tune temps. And I'm also really pleased the battery life has been doubled per charge, and they even included a second battery. Now at the time of this video, the Firefly 2 is currently on pre-order for $329, and units are expected to ship towards the end of May. So keep in mind that these delivery times are just an estimate. You can click below in the About section where it says Full Review to get all the current shipping updates, price changes, and product updates on the Firefly 2. So in this Firefly 2 Vaporizer review, I'll go over the new features, show you how to use the vape, and set up the app. I'll go over my pros and cons, I'll demo the unit, show you how to clean it, and then lastly, compare the Firefly 2 to the original and some other popular portable vaporizers. So let's jump into the Firefly 2 Vaporizer review. So here's the Firefly 2 Vaporizer. Like I previously mentioned, this unit is quite a bit smaller than the original Firefly. It's also much lighter. We're talking over 100 grams lighter. Now the Firefly 2 fits nicely in the hands, and the buttons are easy to reach and operate. The new design uses a magnesium alloy body and features a glass-lined vapor path. So let's jump into what comes with the Firefly 2. So first you get the Firefly 2 itself, the new charging dock, a USB 3.0 cable, not one but 2 rechargeable batteries, 3 concentrate pads, and a cleaning kit. Now the one thing I would consider picking up is the external charger. That way you can be charging your second battery while you are using the Firefly 2. The Firefly 2 is a slimmed down, more efficient version of the original Firefly. While the heater itself still draws up to 50 watts of power, it has been redesigned to be more reliable and more efficient. The body's main material was switched from aluminum to magnesium alloy, and it provides a couple of big advantages. Now the first advantage is that magnesium is roughly 34% lighter than aluminum. Second, the Firefly 2 now has less thermal conductivity or heat transfer, meaning the heat stays where it is supposed to, and the outside of the unit will stay cooler during use. Now lastly, the entire vapor path except for the removable mouthpiece is lined with the same sturdy Gorilla Glass found in most smartphones today. Now this provides a nice clean flavor along with very easy cleaning. The exact dimensions of the Firefly 2 are 5.1 inches tall by 1.4 inches wide by 0.96 inches deep. By comparison, the original Firefly is 5.5 inches tall by 2 inches wide and 0.85 inches deep. So the unit is smaller and not quite as wide, but a smidgen thicker. Now the first thing you notice between the first and second Firefly is the huge weight difference. Now the Firefly 2 weighs roughly 141 grams, which is about average for a portable vaporizer. For reference, the Titanium Grasshopper weighs only 55 grams, the PAX 2 weighs roughly 90 grams, the Crafty is about 136, the original Firefly is 240, the Mighty comes in at 230, and the Haze V3 is about 190 grams. So the Firefly 2 is very easy to pocket on the go. The Firefly 2 changed up the buttons a bit by removing the power switch and using 2 dual capacitive touch sensors on each side of the unit. Now you can set the heat trigger via the app to just the left, just the right, or both buttons combined to activate the heater and begin your session. Now the buttons are only activated by your fingers, which work nicely for storage in backpacks or purses, and there's no need to worry about the heater coming on accidentally. So let's jump in on how to use the Firefly 2 and go over the temp spectrum. So first things first, I have a full charge battery already in the unit, but I'll show you how to remove it and place it back in the unit. So first, place your thumb on the arrow at the bottom by the mouthpiece, press down and push up. Now we have access to the battery. Remove the battery by placing your finger under the lip at the top and pull it out. It's very easy to remove and replace. So to get it back in, just seat the battery in the bottom of the compartment and press down. Now the lid is kind of finicky and really the biggest downfall to the unit in my opinion, but it in no way affects the unit's performance. So start the lid up from the bottom a bit and then slide it into place. From here, just make sure that all corners are flush and snapped in. Next, you can remove the mouthpiece by wiggling side to side as you are pulling and it will come out. Then to get it back in, just line up the notch in the bottom and apply pressure to lock it back in place. Now realistically, I don't remove the mouthpiece outside of a full cleaning, and I don't need to do that too often with this unit. Since the mouthpiece is removable, I'm excited to see what both Firefly Vapor and third-party vendors come up with. Hopefully a water pipe adapter mouthpiece is coming soon. Next, we jump into the app. The app allows you to pair your smartphone via Bluetooth with your Firefly 2. Now you can check information like battery life, change your heating profile, change the heating activation button, and get current device information. So first thing you'll need to do is pair your unit with your smartphone. So to pair your unit, first make sure your phone's Bluetooth is on. From here, select the unit that appears. You should have a connect button to click on. Now once the device successfully pairs with the phone, the LED on the top of the Firefly 2 will blink blue multiple times. Now we can see the battery life and our current settings. So let's jump into the heating profile. Now the Firefly 2 has 6 different heat settings that can be easily changed via the Firefly app. The first 5 temps range from 340 to 420 degrees Fahrenheit or 171 to 215 degrees Celsius. Now these temps are represented by the names low, medium, medium high, and high. Each setting is a 20 degree Fahrenheit or 11 degrees Celsius interval. The 6th setting is reserved for concentrates and will hit 500 degrees Fahrenheit or 260 degrees Celsius in less than 10 seconds. Now the new efficient design allows the unit to be much more responsive for heat up times and also much better at maintaining the proper heat during your session. I'll jump into the vape demo soon, so we'll bump up the temp to the high setting, which is 420 degrees Fahrenheit. Remember that the Firefly 2 doesn't have a power button. It's always in a constant standby mode and will immediately activate once you press your preferred button. So to set this up, click on the activation tab and select left, right, both, or either. Now my preferred method is both, just so I'm not accidentally turning it on while loading or emptying. So now that we know how to use the unit and set it up, let's go over the grind types, how to load it, and draw resistance. My preferred grind type is a coarser grind provided by the Santa Cruz Shredder, but any standard 4-piece grinder like the Space Case will work solid as well. Now I found that a really fine grind from grinders like the MFLB finishing grinder tends to create more draw resistance and increase cleaning duties. The Firefly 2 is very easy to load and unload. I found that the Firefly 2 works pretty well with varying load sizes as long as you fill the bowl at least halfway. Now my preferred chamber size would be about 0.1 grams and load it fairly loosely so that you can stir up the herbs a bit after a couple draws. Now I recommend a light tap against your hand to mix up the bowl a bit or actually open up the top to stir it completely. The Firefly 2 uses a glass bowl, glass vapor path, and a removable plastic mouthpiece. The newly designed mouthpiece also includes a little screen to keep from getting snacks in your mouth. The heater is one of the biggest improvements over the original unit. The Firefly 2 heats up much faster and delivers more consistent temps while using less power. The new heater is also designed to be sturdier and more reliable than the Firefly 1 heater. Battery life still varies a bit based on your herbs, temp settings, and loading techniques, but for me it works out to be double the battery life. Firefly 2 comes with 2 internal rechargeable batteries. The exact specs are the same as the original Firefly, but they change manufacturers, and combined with the heater and material changes, they are lasting much longer. 80% of the battery is charged within the first 20 minutes, and complete charging times have ranged from 50 to 90 minutes depending on how dead the battery is and what type of USB port I am plugged into. Now I definitely recommend considering the external charger for the Firefly 2 if you're a heavy user. The unit does come with 2 rechargeable batteries, but you have to charge the batteries inside the unit on the charging dock. So if you want to use the unit, you can't be charging your other battery unless you have the external. Also, if you want to charge the Firefly 2 on the go with a battery, you will need to use a rubber band or a hair tie to hold the unit on the charging dock. So far, the Firefly 2 is one of the easiest vapes to clean that I have tested. Not only is cleaning very quick and easy, but it doesn't need to be done that often. Now the one thing that gets dirty reasonably fast is the window, but is only cosmetic and does not affect performance. Now I can't recommend these vapes enough for cleaning. For a complete cleaning, you just open up the unit and brush out any herbs left in the chamber. Grab a vape and wipe down the chamber, vapor path, and the glass on the lid. Now occasionally you will have to pop out the mouthpiece and blow or clean out the small screen, but I've only had to do that a couple times since getting the unit. Now I do recommend letting the unit completely cool down before you wipe down anything with liquids, and always clean the unit with the bowl facing down just in case you get an excess of liquids in the chamber. Now lastly, give the unit time to air out before using it again. I would say that I average doing a full wipe down about every 10 sessions just to clean out the window and get the unit looking sharp again. Now I can make it 20 plus sessions before I notice any drop in performance, but I tend to stay on top of it along the way since the cleaning is so quick and easy. The Firefly 2 comes with a 2-year warranty. Now 2 years is still a solid warranty length for a portable vaporizer, but less than I would prefer for a premium priced unit. Now the Crafty and the Mighty also have 2-year warranties, but the PAX 2 has a 10-year warranty and the Grasshopper comes with a lifetime warranty. So now that we've covered pretty much everything about the Firefly 2, let's jump into the vape session. So first things first, the Firefly 2 comes with 5 different heat settings for herbs and 1 for concentrates. Now I will be using the high heat setting, which is the highest temp for dry herbs because this is the demo. Now I prefer to start out at medium and then work my way up as I go through the session. The lower temps really have amazing flavor and smooth clouds, but sometimes I really like to rip a bowl, and the Firefly 2 can definitely do that as well. The Firefly 2 has very little draw resistance, and the heater is powerful enough to keep up with aggressive draws. Now I have noticed that a slow, steady draw tends to produce the most consistent results, and a quick stir or two during your session will help get the most out of your herbs. So the first and biggest pro of the Firefly 2 is the vapor quality. The smoothness and flavor is second to none, and the added temps give you a lot more control over your sessions. You now have 6 total temps, 5 for dry herbs and 1 for concentrates. Next is the heat up time and the on-demand convection heating. After pressing the heat button, you are ready to vape in less than 10 seconds, and you can completely finish a session before most portable vaporizers finish preheating. The convection heating allows you to split a bowl into multiple sessions because the herbs are only being heated when you are drawing. The Firefly 2 is much smaller than the original Firefly and about average when compared to other popular portable vaporizers. The PAX 2 and Grasshopper will still be easier to conceal, but the Firefly 2 can still fit easily in your pockets. The Firefly 2 is also much easier to use overall. It's not as finicky as the original when it comes to loading, and the new design allows it to be much more consistent with temps. Next, the Firefly 2 is currently the easiest portable vaporizer to clean. You can literally clean the entire unit in less than 30 seconds, and I can get over 20 sessions without having to wipe down the vapor path. Now the extra battery is the icing on the cake. Not only do you get an extra one, but the batteries themselves last about twice as long as the originals due to the new design of the Firefly 2. Now they're still the same batteries, but the entire unit is that much more efficient at reaching temps and maintaining them. So this takes us to our first con. Straight out of the box, there's no way to charge the extra battery. The only way to charge the batteries is within the unit on the charging dock. So if you're a heavy user, I definitely recommend picking up the external charger from Firefly Vapor. Now next con is the charging dock. There's no way to lock or secure the Firefly 2 to the charging dock. Now this isn't a problem if you never plan to charge the Firefly 2 outside of the house, but if you needed to charge the unit on the go, you will need to use a rubber band or a hair tie to hold the unit in place. Now next is the plastic mouthpiece. Everything is glass except for the mouthpiece, so hopefully we will see some third-party accessories soon for the Firefly 2. The battery cover leaves something to be desired. It feels a bit flimsy, but it does do its job without any problems so far. Now you only get a 2-year manufacturer warranty with the Firefly 2. Lastly, the Firefly 2 does require a bit of stirring to get the best results and finish up a session. Overall, the Firefly 2 is a huge improvement over the original. They kept all the things that made the original Firefly great and improved on all the downsides. The streamlined design makes the unit much more portable and helps the unit be that much more efficient overall. Now the first thing you'll notice is the reduced weight, and that's a huge plus in the portable vaporizer category. I also really like the improved consistency and ease of use with the new unit. Now for more information on the Firefly 2, you can check out my full review below in the About section with more photos and my overall score. As always, thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful or would like to see more videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. Now if you have any questions about the Firefly 2 or any other vaporizer, feel free to hit me up in the comment section below or contact me on my website vaporizerwizard.com. Take it easy and have a great day. Temps total, 5 for dry herbs and 1 for concentrates. Please, dude. And the added temps give you a lot more control over your sessions. You only get a 2-year